Hey, my name is Mark, and I've been on a long journey. Started at 551 pounds, and it's been going down ever since, and that's the way I want it to go. So I had a couple ups and downs, more ups than I wanted, but the downs are still consistent. So follow along with me on this journey. It's 366 pounds long. Let's see how much further I have to go. Thank you so much. It's time for another Saturday morning coffee video. Reusable pod. Just coffee flavored coffee this morning. Anyway, so I put a pin in it last week because of 2 bad weeks. And I actually was doing okay. Then I had a bad day yesterday, diet-wise. We don't need details. I just ate stuff I shouldn't have eaten. I ate too much stuff. But I still salvaged a loss, meaning that I was fairly good the rest of the week, and then one bad day screwed it up. So it's 387. So I stuck a pin in it at 393, and now it's 387. So it's down 6. Honestly, it probably would have been down 8 or 9. The digestive processes are still probably working on the bad food from yesterday, but anyway, that's the story for now. Trying to be a bit more active. Unfortunately, the pool here is closed because something went wrong with the pump and they're waiting on a part, and the part's supposed to come on Monday, but it's been down for more than 2 weeks now, so hopefully we'll get back to that. It's crazy hot here during the day, so walking is just insane. It's 100 and something degrees every day for a while now. Church camp is coming up in 2 weeks. That's going to be fun. I should be more active there than I have been before. Just not a lot of moving around there that I was avoiding, but some like semi-steep walkways that I literally drove up instead of walking up. Well, it's a driveway, but whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. That's in a couple weeks. This week, no big plans. Hopefully just sticking to it fairly well. Again, this is all stuff that has come to me not only from current medical advice and nutritionist advice, but also from previous doctors and from books that I have read, including books recommended by doctors. And it's a pretty simple formula, low calorie and low carb. And it's easy to stick to. It's just I've been an idiot because I've stuck to it a lot because I've lost a lot of weight. I just need to keep doing it. So low calorie is a simple formula because your body burns roughly, most people, it's around 2,500 calories a day. So if you have less than that a day, you have to call in the reserves, which is your fat. So that's the low calorie part. And then the low carb part is fairly simple chemistry. Your carbohydrates, your sugars and your starches all have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's what they're made up of. And fat in your body is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And so carbohydrates, then you have an excess of them, your body stores them as fat. So you avoid having an excess of them. You don't have to cut them out completely. The recommendation from the most current nutritionist is 125 grams, I believe, per day, which, is not bad. I usually do less than that, but when I'm being bad, I do a lot more than that. So let's not be bad. Things like potato chips, bread, those all have a ton of carbs. It doesn't take long for the carbs to add up. That's a lot of calories. Carbs are also calories. So one thing you do when you're getting rid of carbs, you notice your calories just start to fall anyway. Time to put in the next pod. There we go, next pod. So yeah, fairly simple. And then protein, I don't have it exactly, but I think it's missing the carbon and it has nitrogen instead. I think is kind of how it goes, whatever. The point being that protein does not convert to fat. And then the whole thing, oh, you can't lose fat and build muscle at the same time because fat cannot turn into muscle. That is correct. Fat cannot turn into muscle, but that doesn't mean you can't build and lose at the same time. Now, I'm not doing that. I just wanted to address that myth. Because you eat a lot of protein to make protein. Pretty simple. You avoid carbs, that makes you call on your fat. So as long as you're burning more than you're consuming, as long as you're cutting back on your carbs, you can still build. You probably just need to increase your calories a bit, and you also need to make sure you're really upping the protein to get the muscle building. But yeah, you can build and lose at the same time. Now, I'm not doing that, but yes, you can. All right, coffee is done. Editing is next, and an okay week with a bad last day. It's always a mistake to have the last day be the bad day because then there's no chance to fix it. So we shall see. Next week should be another good week, and then hopefully get back down to where I was before the 2 bad weeks. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes longer to fix a bad week. Like it takes longer than a week to fix a bad week, if you know what I mean. Anyway, cheers. And I'm going to take a sip of my coffee because it still needs the creamer and the sweetener. But you guys have a good week. Keep me up to date what you're doing, how your life is going. Life happens. Everybody has things that become priorities over weight loss. Weight loss isn't everybody's goal. It's my goal. And it's my goal for a reason, which is to improve my mobility, improve my quality of life. And because I noticed it was really just falling and falling, and I was accepting it, and I'm not accepting it anymore. I want to be more active, and I want to have a better life. And that's why I made that decision. If you made that decision, what was your motivation? Let me know. And anyway, like I always say, if you find this educational, inspirational, or even just entertaining, please give it a like. Please share this if you are on a similar journey and feel that my journey with its ups and downs might help people understand your journey with its ups and downs. Or if you just know somebody on a similar journey and want them to know they're not alone. That's one of the biggest things, is just feeling alone. Especially when you're very large. You feel like nobody understands it, and it does feel like an impossible journey. Honestly, when I started this journey, it felt impossible. I now know it's possible. I'm not quite halfway, but yeah, not feeling alone is important. So thank you for watching. And tune in next week and see if I'm doing okay still.